Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. And it's Glorious Friday. I hope everyone's going to have a wonderful weekend, and I think I'm going to spend mine in the garden. Yeah, I'm going to spend it in the garden, run in and out, do a bit of crafting, and then go back in the garden. Yeah, it sounds like a great weekend. Well, I hope yours is good anyway. Right, I am up with my personal haul and done a little bit more of the stuff that I ordered from Mango Craft, and now that I've done it I can measure it. So I've used the snowman tag, and I've also used the gingerbread tag, and I also had a little play around, and these are the dies that come with your shaker domes. So I've used one of those because I was trying to find something out. Right, so first up is the little gingerbread. And there he is. Isn't he sweet? So easy to make. Seriously, just so quick. I don't know if you can see there. But all of the pieces, you know, look at the die. You can see it's embossed. So you know where to glue down all of your pieces. Really simple. And now that he's made, I can measure him. So I'm just sitting back in my chair for a second. Now, the size of the actual tag is 3.5 inches, but then with the dangly loop above, it's 3 13/16 of an inch. That's what the ruler says. I'm not going to argue, but just really sweet and very quick to make. And then the next one, very similar, all embossed again. And I did the snowman tag. So I did that in craft cardstock because I'm sort of doing them a little bit matchy. And that gorgeous peppermint swirl paper is from Cosmo Cricket's Golly Jolly or Jolly Golly, one or the other. But I'm always, you know, printing it off, which is why it's great to use digital papers, because, you know, you don't have to worry about cutting up your most favourite from the pack. You can just keep going in and printing them. So I've used that in the background of the gingerbread and the snowman, and I use my Touch 5 markers to do the cheeks on the gingerbreads, the hat on the gingerbread, and the hat band berries. And then of course I've used orange Touch 5 there on the snowman's nose. But really cute. And this twine here is from Dollar Tree. Right, so the finished measurement on Mr. Snowman is 1 9/16. You know, that doesn't make much sense, I don't think, to people. It doesn't make much sense to me. So I'm gonna call it 2 3/4. That's what I'm gonna say. I might be a couple of mils on or off, I don't know, but that's what I'm gonna call it. So that is the lovely little snowman. And then next up, because I just wanted to play around and find out, I've used some Dollar Tree snowballs, which I keep in Dollar Tree jars because these things are so static. I remember when I opened the bag, because they come in a bag, and when you open it, be warned, they will fly out at you. I mean, these things are quite literally alive, and they don't show to be so static when they're in there. But when you take the jar off, you know, as soon as you do that, they're kind of like clinging to your fingers. So store them in a jar. Right, so I've used those, and I've got one of my canning jar rings, because I wanted to know if I could decorate canning jars, and I've used the largest in the domes. So I absolutely love these. I've used quite a few of these already. And as I said at the beginning of the week, this particular store on AliExpress has just launched all different shapes and sizes. And off the top of my head now, they've got stars, they've got Christmas trees, they've got circles, they've got rectangles, they've got squares, they've got a shape that goes with a die that's like a TV set, they've got ovals, they've got egg shapes, and all of these have got matching dies. And they've even got hearts and canning jar shaker. shape. So really, really lovely. So anyway, this is the lid from a regular canning jar. Now the canning jars, you get regular and you also get wide mouth. This is the regular mouth, and I wanted to see if it would fit inside. So what I did was I used some of my scattered snow acetate and then put some of those balls in there as well. Now it is a fraction off going inside that lid. Now, if you were competent, you could absolutely trim it down with scissors, but I would much rather fit it to the top like that. So if you've got a little pint jar and you fill it with Starlight mints and candy canes and stuff like that as a gift, and you've got some of the little resin canes or sprinkles to go in there as well, it would look really lovely, because you can finish the edge here using some lovely twine or something, and then you can glue underneath. Oh, what's it called? Plaid. Is it plaid? Yes, it is. You know what I mean. Something that's a little bit prim to give it a frill, so that when that's on there, your little frill is going to come down and hide the canning jar lid, and all you're going to see as you peek through the lid is all your peppermints, your peppermint candies. It would just look absolutely gorgeous. So a little bit sad that it doesn't fit in there, and I don't think the medium-sized one does. And I'm going to look pretty foolish if it fits, aren't I? I'm just reaching around behind me. Oh, dearie me. So I've got the large out on the desk. I've found my small. Now I'm just mooching in my bag for the medium. Yeah, the medium is going to be too small to go into that. But, if you've got little jars, or if you're somebody that recycles or something, you probably would find something. I mean, that, ooh, that probably would go in there. I'm just fiddling around now, getting all excited. You would have to position that absolutely central, but you could seal off the opening of that jar. And I was just looking across at my Dollar Tree snowball jar and wondering if that would fit on there. And it does. The same again, a piece of twine and something else. And, you've got a snow globe jar top. But that's quite interesting. That could actually go on the inside right there. It might need reinforcing, cut a disc of cardstock to go in on top, obviously, because you wouldn't want all your stuff coming out. But that's nice to know. So you can use the medium size inside a regular. Now, I did try the large size inside a wide mouth and it was too small. But you could, once again, just go in and decorate the top of a lid with it. But anyway, that was just another idea and a suggestion for you. But I quite like that. I really do. I just think that looks really sweet on there. And it just needs decorating up. Right, I have wittered long enough, and I do thank you so much for joining me today. Have an absolutely awesome weekend, and I will be up on Monday with more from Panelisa. Right, as usual, all links below. Bye.